Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Metro. I'm your host, Roger Wendell. 3:08's the time. Imagine selling all of your treasured possessions, leaving your comfortable life behind, and heading out for unknown lands equipped with nothing but a bicycle, the bare essentials, and a map. Travel with Tim and Cindy Travis as they ride thousands of miles through Ecuador, Peru, Bolivia, Argentina, and Chile. Experience what it's like to be an American abroad during wartime, be invited into people's homes and share their food, cultures, traditions, and escape roadside robbers, sleep under the stars, witness the breathtaking beauty and diversity and devastating poverty of South America. My guests this afternoon are Tim and Cindy Travis. They join us by telephone. Tim and Cindy, welcome to Metro.
Thank you, Roger.
Hi, Roger.
Good to have you here. There's a lot I want to talk about your latest book, and that's Down the Road in South America, a bicycle tour through poverty, paradise, and places in between. Very interesting read. But I wanted to get some general impressions as we started off in the program. You've been on the road since 2002, and we're going to talk about the beginning and how you embarked on this adventure. But as it stands now, your most recent experience, are people around the world from your travels much interested in what's going on here in the States as far as maybe our election? And are there any feelings about the economy as of late?
Oh, gosh. Before May, we flew to Alaska in May, but before that we were in New Zealand. And it's a big topic. Everybody wants to know, the first thing they ask us is who's going to win, and of course we can't answer that. And after that, they want us to explain the Electoral College and who's running, and they often confuse the primary with the general election. So yes, everybody, when they found out we were American, wanted to know how things are going to go politically.
I know it's not a very scientific sampling, but do you have any impressions as to who they want to win? Is there much interest in Obama, maybe McCain? What's the toll so far?
Well, from the people we met, it was definitely, and this is in traveling circles and youth hostels and places like that, but definitely people abroad seem to want Barack Obama to win.
Okay. And
can I add, just recently we rode through Victoria, British Columbia, on Vancouver Island, and we were on the bike path in Canada, and we were on the bike path, and I looked up and I saw a billboard that said Obama for president, and I said, Tim, are we in Canada? I was really surprised to see that billboard.
So a lot of interest in the election, and certainly a lot of concern and anguish over the economy too. But more importantly, you address throughout the book a lot of poverty that you encountered in South America. And like I mentioned, we'll talk a lot about your latest book, but we can also speak in general terms because you've basically been all over the planet on your bicycles. It's an exciting adventure. But let's take a step back in time, back into 2002, when you decided to embark on this basically never-ending bicycle ride around the world. Tell us where you were at back in 2000, 2001, 2002, what you were doing, and what made you decide basically to sell all of your worldly possessions and take off on bicycles.
Cindy?
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure who was going to answer. Well, in 2002, we were in Arizona, and I was working as a geologist, and Tim was working as a special ed teacher, and we had been saving money, and Tim came up with an idea of traveling around the world, and I thought, no, and he took a little while to convince me, but I started thinking about it, and the more I thought about it, well, we have a house we already want, we already have cars, and we don't have children, and I thought, wow, I guess I'm just working for the next 15 years for a bigger house and some more cars. And so this idea that Tim wanted to just save the money and go traveling started to sound appealing because I love to travel. And it took him a little while, but he convinced me, and then I just thought, why not? We should do this, and that's when the plans really started to come together.
Once she was convinced, then it was full steam, and we put everything we owned on the driveway, and we sold almost everything in a garage sale. We still own the house, but we rented it, but practically everything we own now is on a bike, and we set off for, at the time, we thought was 7 years. And since then, we've written 2 books, and we're breaking even. So the trip's now as long as our bodies hold out.
We can certainly talk about both books and mention the website, too, for people to reference to actually track what you've been doing and all the wonderful places you've ridden through over the past 7 years or so. That's I think it's downtheroad.org. Is that the correct website?
That's correct,
okay.
downtheroad.org.